there is someone that flirts with you constantly, like the eyes game, sending you messages, like the tension, everything. And you keep thinking it's gonna turn into something, but it actually don't. So let's talk about why the flirting actually never turns into anything. The first thing you have to know is that flirting is free and asking you out costs something. Think about it. Flirting, it's free, like it's easy to flirt, like it costs nothing. It's all about like the eyes, the messages, like the little tension, and that's fine, like everyone kind of like flirting. Like this could happen like so fast, so easily. Like there is nothing wrong with flirting, and as I said, it's like easy, it's free, it's fast, so everyone is doing it. And the thing is, some people actually really like that, like they really like to just flirt, but then it never go like to the next level. And what is the next level? Without talking about like getting into a relationship, the next level will be just to asking you out, like going into a date, having something a little bit more that goes into we're building something without putting a label, you know what I mean? So yeah, people love flirting, but the thing is, asking you out, starting to plan a date or something, costs something. It costs the danger of like killing that vibe, because maybe you might say no and then it will just end up everything. Maybe you're kind of like a little bit flirting, but you are first like friends, and starting to kind of like date will break something. So there is this risk of like breaking something, either the previous relationship you have together, either like the flirting game, either that then you could say yes, but then it changed the dynamic and it start to become serious. So there is a lot of reason of why people will not actually ask you out and go into the next level, because they're afraid of the risk of what could happen, and they're like, we're fine into like the flirting zone, but you also have to know the people that will take that risk is the people that actually want to, because everything in life is about what you actually want. So it's fine to find excuses to be like, okay, I'm not doing this for XYZ reasons, but the people who do things, that's because they want to. So why I'm saying this is because you have to make the difference between someone that's flirting with you and someone that actually wants you. Because flirting with you could be nice. You can feel like better because you're like, oh, they're flirting with me, this is nice, etc. But do they actually want you? Are they actually ready to take the next step, to actually ask you out, to go on a date, to start to build something, again, without necessarily putting labels or whatever? This is the difference between those two people. And then the question is like, do you want to continue to flirt with someone that is not taking action, or do you want to actually flirt with someone that might take action to build something? Another thing you have to realize is chemistry is not the same thing as interest. When you're flirting with someone, when you're kind of like attracted, etc., this is interest. This is not chemistry. So you are interested with the other person, they might be interested about you, you playing that little game and etc. You're flirting, this is fine. This is interest. Chemistry is different. Chemistry start to happen when you start to do things, and by you I mean together. When you start to go on a date, when you're doing things together, you go on a walk, you have like deep conversations, you go like doing things together. This is where you like measure the chemistry. So this is not about like flirting, this is not about like texting, this is not about like the eyes game, etc. So you have to make the difference between interest and chemistry, and not naming this interest as chemistry. This is not because you're flirting a lot with someone that there is a chemistry. Like the chemistry will happen from people who take actions and who actually exchange together, who go on a date, who have like conversation, they learn about each other. Then the chemistry is happening. So the one way to stop that is to be clear about that. Open the door, ask the questions, like be clear about that. You don't need to like make a confrontation or like to kill the whole thing at first, to be like, okay, let's stop flirting, like because I don't see where this is going. Like there is this one thing that I often suggest to do, and that's pretty simple. Give a plan to someone, give a plan to the person you're flirting with, but something really precise, being like, hey, what do you think about getting a lunch like Saturday at 1 in the park? Something really precise, so you remove the decision fatigue. They don't have to think about when, what, how, all of that. Give them the plan and see their answers. This is a clear way to know where the other person stands. because based on that, like they have no decision to take, either to say yes or no. So then you can clearly read the answer. If they say yes and they go for that, that's good. You can continue, you can explore. If they say no, I mean, this is also clear, they don't want to do that. But if they're like in between or thinking, or like, yes, maybe, well, yeah, that would be nice, we'll see, maybe another day, etc., this counts most likely as a no. This means that they are not ready, they don't want to make that effort, so then you're also fixed. So the one thing to remember from this video is that the tension was never the intention. Real interest is shown, which means that someone that is really into you will not keep flirting and just texting for like days and weeks without taking any actions. And if you're not sure, you have a way to do it. Give a plan to the other person, something precise. They just have to say yes or no. Based on the answer, you know where to stand and you know what to do. If this video was somehow helpful, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. I see you soon for another video, and until then, take care and drink your water.